What's up? This is your man Dre Mack, and on this episode, I'm going over day 7 of the Jonathan Majors trial. This is just the highlights. We're going to get to some things, and I know y'all getting ready for this, but the real question is, are you ready? All right, so this piece of information is coming from Kat, K-A-T-T, at Ms. Marco Polo on Twitter, X, or whatever they call it tomorrow. Now, she actually has this information that's filtered by a man named Jimmy. So shout out to Jimmy, shout out to Kat. Let's get into it. Let's see what they're talking about. All right, quick recap on what's happening in the courtroom with Jonathan Majors trial from Jimmy, who went to the court to make sure someone will be there and Danny Does Law's absence. So far, the focus today is on the injuries of what happened in the car, club, and penthouse bathroom. Before the jury arrives, the sides discuss an issue of McMahon Helmsley's medical records. There's a label on the paperwork noting domestic abuse. Both sides speculate for redaction. Jury enters. First question. And again, this is from Pyra Chaudhry to Miss Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. All right, did Majors talk to you about your working visa? Yes. Majors was going to help with this when she came here to stay with him, so she could also work, but this was never accomplished. The dinner. March 24th, a Japanese restaurant called Karasu that you enter through Walters. Did you have a drink? Yes, it was a margarita. A video is shown of Majors getting up, apparently going to the bathroom. McMahon Helmsley also gets up and follows behind him. She appears to peek around the corner to see where Jonathan goes, then goes back to the table, picks up the drink, drinks it all until it is finished. Do you see yourself picking up the margarita? Yes, that's what it looks like on footage. Jimmy knows that McMahon Helmsley's answers most of her questions today with fluffy language like this. Pyra devised the 3 different parts of the night where they enter and leave the car into 3 parts, making it easier to follow. Car 1, car 2, car 3, all the black Escalade, just 3 district periods of time. Leaving the restaurant, they get into the car, and this is what Pyra will call car 1, and she begins to ask questions about what happened during the time. Car 1. Jonathan asks the driver. McMahon does not ask the driver for help. Pyra asks McMahon Helmsley if she was wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. Was Jonathan wearing a seatbelt? I can't really remember, but maybe. There are bucket seats in the Escalade. During car 1, the couple are sitting in the middle row, each in their own seat. Did Jonathan ask the driver anything? Yes. Do you remember what he asked the driver? My note here jumped. Yeah, I think he did ask the driver. Did you speak to the driver because you needed help? No, I don't recall. I don't remember. Car 1. Pyra asks Pyra questions McMahon Helmsley about the details of the incident at the center of the case. McMahon Helmsley says Jonathan grabs her with both hands, then mushed her in the face, open palm, to twist her arm behind her back. With which hand? I don't remember. Maybe both or one. At this time, did Jonathan have his phone? Yes. So he wasn't trying to retrieve the phone at this point. No, he already had the phone in his hand. Which hand was he using? I wasn't looking at him. I couldn't see what hand. Do you know if he was using one hand or 2 hands? I don't remember. Which hand was his phone in? His left hand. I also noted, without a response, okay, well, if the phone was in his left hand, how was he using 2 hands to grab you? The chase videos are played again. Jimmy's description matches what we heard from Danny Does Law. She exits the car to run after him. It's like 3 lanes, 3 northbound, 3 southbound. The car stops in the furthest lane, so traffic is moving on both sides each side. The car stopped at the red light, and that's when Jonathan runs out of the car. McMahon Helmsley runs after him. McMahon Helmsley almost runs right into this white car while running. Pyra asks McMahon Helmsley about the part of the video in particular where McMahon Helmsley almost collides with a car. I didn't notice it. I was trying to be with him, walk with Jonathan, is what Jimmy noted on her response. Jimmy adds that it was obvious he was running and she was running after him. Jimmy says more screens of the chase are shown and that Jonathan runs like really runs. Chargy asks McMahon Hemsley if she saw her, McMahon Hemsley, chasing Majors. Stephanie responds that she sees her following him. At this point, Jimmy notes that the people seem to be smirking, even a subtle, quiet laugh about the answers being given. Jimmy notes more broadly some of the question and answers Chaudhry weaved throughout her questioning regarding pain and adrenaline, seemingly to highlight inconsistencies. I don't know, I just know he was trying to make me feel pain. I felt pain throughout my entire body. Sometimes I felt adrenaline, sometimes I felt pain. Question, do you feel adrenaline in the club? Yes. Question, did it hurt to move your hand in the club? No. Card 2, played while Jabari is questioned on what is happening in the video. From the video, Majors is seen entering the left side. This time he goes to the back row to sit. Then you see the right door open and you can see McMahon Hemsley is pulling at Majors by the coat while he was trying to leave. Suddenly, a white shirt is visible in screen. Chaudhry asks McMahon Hemsley if she can see his shirt now. Yes. Apparently, McMahon Hemsley repeated more than once that she couldn't recall seeing his shirt during earlier testimony, tagging Danny Does Law for an assist. This is definitely when the button was popped off of Major's coat, tagging Blabbit for the assist on the photos if she can help. Sidewalk with friends. Now they are on the sidewalk with friends, all of them. So this seems to be the footage beyond what we've seen in the public availability sidewalk. Chloe is seen holding onto Grace to prevent her from going after Jonathan as Jonathan goes to the car. While entering through the side door of the car, Jonathan points and motions visibly. Then Jabari comes into the car, then Jonathan leaves. Friends are standing on the sidewalk. Car 3. Both Jonathan and Grace are seen entering the vehicle on the left, then Majors exits on the right. Chaudhry, did you see how he left? No. Did you throw anything on the ground? I don't recall. This question is stricken. It was apparent from the video that McMahon Hemsley had thrown something on the ground but was not sure what. At this point, this is where the friends decided to hang out together. Jimmy notes that the friends take a taxi, not the hired car, to the bar together. He believes Jonathan made his own way home, then the hired driver left. Chaudhry hones in on the sidewalk conversation. Chaudhry plays the video of McMahon Hemsley meeting the strangers on the sidewalk. Chaudhry asks McMahon Hemsley, what was the first thing you said to them, referring to Chloe, Shams, and Max, whitehead guy, boyfriend of Chloe. Oh, I don't recall. Jimmy laughs, says they played a clip, and McMahon Hemsley audibly saying, Jonathan Majors is my boyfriend. Lucy's in pain. As Chaudhry moves forward in the timeline of events, this is where she asks some of the many questions she asked about pain. Do you feel pain throughout the night? Sometimes I felt adrenaline, sometimes I felt pain. Okay, did you feel adrenaline in the club? Yes. Do you feel pain in the club? Yes. Did it hurt you to move your hand in the club? No. Jimmy notes here that at previous points, time and unknown to me, that McMahon Hemsley responded to a question about pain with, I wasn't focusing on the pain, I was focusing on the infidelity. Did you use any stairs when you got to Lucy's? I don't recall. Did you take any shots at the bar? Yeah, I think I took a shot of tequila. How many? 1, 2, I don't recall. Did you take any shots after the first one? I don't remember. Jimmy knows this is all on video, taking off the makeup. When you got home, this is proper Chaudhry, did you take off your makeup? Yes, I did. I took my makeup off. What did you use? This is Jimmy. Side note, she wasn't definitely in the answer, seeming like she knew where Chaudhry was going. Did you notice injuries on your face when you looked in the mirror? Well, I didn't look in the mirror to take my makeup off. You didn't look in the mirror to make sure your makeup was off? Well, I don't wear much makeup. Do you wear lipstick? I don't recall. Do you look in the mirror? No, I don't wear much makeup. I wonder if this is when Pyro asked if Chloe had sent her the selfie they took. And Stephanie said she didn't remember if Chloe sent her that one. All right, so in this particular day, there was more linear line of questioning. The reason why the questioning on yesterday was so erratic, because what she wanted to do is make sure when she came back with a linear timeline, was Stephanie going to trip up on anything that she's saying in this particular situation, which you can, there was a point where she showed her the video. Now I didn't get to that part and it's later on, but there is a video that shows that she had her phone in the closet the day that the police came to find out if she was okay. And she ended up crying and going off the stage again. This is the second time she's done that. But she was crying about seeing the video, didn't want to see the video. So you knew you wasn't unconscious when you was lying on the floor with your phone in your hand, texting your friend 13 minutes before the cops got there, but while Jonathan Majors was in the house with Bookman trying to find out if you were all right. Again, there's a lot of inconsistencies in her story, and it's clearly shown now more evidence of her chasing after him, ripping off his coat, being the aggressor in the situation. And that's the only thing that we wanted to show. It's not about, I believe, Jonathan Majors because Jonathan Majors is a superstar. It's just, and I'm not going to believe Stephanie McMahon just because she's a woman and to believe all women. Personally, I don't do the believe all men or the believe all women. I believe in the truth. And right now, the evidence is showing that Stephanie McMahon Helmsley was the aggressor, in this situation, and not Jonathan Majors. Something we've been saying ever since a lot of the videos and the information has been leaked since then. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm just tripping and I'm loony right now? I'm tripping? Or are you seeing now who the real aggressor is and why she keeps asking about her drinking? Put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and Vampire.